Hello everybody and welcome back to Rigs of Rod's Semi-Realistic Point Series World Finals 3 at Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Preston Vieira, and as always, I'll be your host as we continue our search to find our Season 3 Dubby World Champions. Tonight, we have two events on our agenda, and with them will come two Dubby World Champions. Up first, we have our Dubby Racing competition, where our 24 main field competitors will go head-to-head in bracket racing. Once a champ is crowned, stick around because we have our Two-Wheel Skills Championship coming right after in this video. 8 trucks getting 2 attempts in hopes of locking down the highest combined score to earn the Two-Wheel Skills Championship. A lot of great Season 3 drivers are taking part in Two-Wheel Skills as well, including reigning champ looking to defend his title, Trevor Goldberg in Max D. Last night, we got our first look at our track for our Dubby Racing competition, and I believe our hopes of a successful World Finals racing layout were confirmed. Big trouble spots on this track were definitely the berms, namely the second berm. The final turn on this track is tricky because not only do you have the berm itself to navigate, but the roller immediately after threw a lot of drivers for a loop heading into the step-up, which dominoed into that final jump, causing quite a few 5-second penalties. Our drivers have to tighten up while continuing to lay down fast times if they're going to be our Dubby Racing Champion. Standing a good chance at the moment, of course, our fastest qualifier, Brandon Scaff in Red Hot, but also the entirety of our top 8. El Toro Loco and Jailbird are our last chance qualifiers from last year and this year respectively, El Matador, Son of a Digger, and Megalodon are reigning racing champ and World Finals 1 racing champ. Medusa and, of course, Shane Lake in Gravedigger 35. That concludes our top 8, but we have an entire field of heavy hitters here. Bulldozer and Excaliber did really good last night. Max D is in the running, of course. Monster Mutt Dalmatian, we know Jamie Sullivan can be fast. Alfredo Moya, always a heavy hitter. Dawson, Rayas, Leo Donald, Devin Barber's towards the back of the pack right now, but Devin always surprises us. But we have freestyle coming up, and let's be honest, that's where he succeeds. And of course, hopefully, Joseph in Snowhawk can lay down a time tonight in racing. But it's anyone's game out here, especially with a track like this where one mistake can take you out completely. Now though, let's check out our matchups and get into our Dubby Racing competition, starting with a look at our racing bracket. Kicking us off in the racing competition, of course, the Liberator will take on Knucklehead, that's Legendary Jer and Dead Panda. Then we got Bulldozer Matthew Hood with Joseph and Snowhawk, Sam Zareb in Soundwave with Devin Barber in Avenger, Jamie Sullivan in Dalmatian taking on Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher, Red Hot, Gravedigger, El Matador, and Son of a Digger from our top 8 waiting for their matchup to come out of round 1. Then, of course, on the right side of our bracket, Dawson Rayas in Shake Me, Leo Donnell in El Diablo, Mike Pagliarulo in Excaliber taking on Colt Stevens in Thunder Roars, Alfredo Moya in Dragon with James Owens in Ballistic, Trevor Goldberg in Max D closing out round 1 with Tornadic, Stephen Mason behind the wheel, and El Toro Loco, Medusa, Jailbird, and Megalodon from our top 8 waiting for their opponents to come out of round 1. And as I mentioned last night, we do once again have a spanner final, so we will find a 3rd place on top of our racing champion. But that's it for the talking. Let's jump right into round 1 of competition. Knucklehead, Dead Panda on your left, taking on the Liberator, Legendary Jer. Now, I didn't cover this last night, but Legendary Jer did make some modifications to this Liberator truck for the World Finals specifically. We now have a red chassis compared to a blue chassis from the regular season, and of course, regular monster truck wheels with some brand spanking new BKT tires. This thing looks awesome, still looks threatening even without the GTA wheels on it. And of course, Dead Panda made his driving debut last night. Tonight, he's kicking off the racing competition. Let's see if he can keep that truck controlled as we go green for our first race of the night. Over that gap we go, looking incredibly fast. Legendary Jer is in trouble, and over. That is gonna do it. That's our first DNF of the night. Dead Panda getting an easy advancement into round 2, but unfortunately, not really competition. Legendary Jer going down, 23-115 for Knucklehead, just because he had to avoid legendary Jaseir, and of course the Liberator with an unfortunate DNF. And here's another debut for the night. Bulldozer with his brand new World Finals body. That, of course, the Hot Wheels body from back in the day. That thing looks awesome, especially on that 2025 Bull body. And Snowhawk Joseph with some working lights, but not only working lights, hopefully a shot at a completed pass. We'll see if he can throw down a time here tonight in the racing competition. Last night, of course, with his DNF up on the leaderboard, he rolled over in both of his qualifying passes. So we'll see what happens as he is lined up, staged, ready to go. Matthew Hood staged, we're green, and launching into Thunder Alley. Cutting it close to the Jersey barriers, and of course, that big lead on Joseph right now for Matthew Hood. Joseph does make it through that first berm, though. He's looking good right now. Same for Matthew Hood. Of course, Matthew Hood better. And yes, we are going to get a completed pass from Joseph. Snowhawk gets across the finish line. 23-232 for Snowhawk. Give it up for him. A 21-898 for Matthew Hood in Bulldozer. An incredible first pass here tonight for Matthew Hood, in line with what he was bringing out last night. Here comes another body debut. This thing looks insane. Devin Barber in Avenger on your left, taking on Sam Zarab in Soundwave. Now, we saw Sam Zarab last night. Unfortunately, in his second pass of the night, he did roll the truck over and get a DNF, but nonetheless, outside of that, we haven't seen Sam Zarab since round 5, Atlanta, to be specific. So we'll see what happens here tonight. He got a little bit more racing experience behind him last night in qualifying. We'll see if he's feeling this track a little bit more here tonight. Same could be said for Devin Barber, who closed out his racing passes with a high 23. Around that first berm we go, looking a little faster here tonight, even though he did bobble a little bit. Sam Zarab in a little bit of trouble, but he manages to keep it relatively controlled. To the line first, Devin Barber. Sam Zarab about a truck length behind. Both drivers not really super clean, but a 22.265 for Avenger is his fastest pass of the weekend. 23.048 for Sam Zarab. Same could be said for him. I believe he was rounding out with a 5-second penalty behind him. Monster Mutt Dalmatian, Jamie Sullivan going to be on your right, taking on Classroom Crusher, Camden Murphy on your left. This is definitely set to be an interesting race. Both of these drivers can be massive threats on their own. Jamie Sullivan, we know, was an extremely massive threat on the Encore Arena mini-series in any competition she was a part of. Near the top of the leaderboard in both shows, and I'm talking overalls, not just racing, not just freestyle, not just two-wheel skills. Overall, Jamie Sullivan is an incredible driver. Camden Murphy, two freestyle wins behind him, from the regular season. Let's see what he can do here tonight in the World Finals. Oh, wow, what a turn from Jamie Sullivan, but she has a bobble. Camden Murphy with the lead right now. Oh, a second bobble from Jamie Sullivan. An unfortunate pass here. Can she come back? No. Camden Murphy, well, that may be. No, a 22.449, 23.165 for Jamie Sullivan. Her slowest pass of the weekend so far. I thought that was about to be a 5-second penalty for Camden Murphy, but no. Manages to get both front wheels up the ramp properly. But yeah, Camden on to round 2. Shake Me debut in a brand new body. Best of the best, the greatest hits from the Shake Me truck. All on one body. And of course, Lee O'Donnell in El Diablo, looking to be a little faster than last night. Definitely ended up towards the back of the leaderboard, not where he wanted to be, not where anyone wants to be. But in his second pass, an early mistake led to sort of a lackluster race. He just wanted to get across the line, stick to what he had in round 1 as his faster pass. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Dawson stays on all fours tonight. If you haven't seen qualifying, go back and check it out because we had some rollovers. We're green to keep round 1 going. Dawson Rayas versus Lee O'Donnell. Into our first berm, hiking up for Lee O'Donnell, but he's still in the fight here. Dawson way up high on the berm. Oh, man. Lee O'Donnell goes over. El Diablo done. Another DNF on the board here tonight compared to a slower time from Dawson Rayas. A 22.599 for Shake Me. So not slow, but slower. El Diablo, of course, with a DNF, though, so it doesn't even matter. He has another shot. El Diablo does not. Colt Stevens with a brand new scheme on your left. Thunder Roris taking on Excaliber. Mike Pagliarulo, another brand new scheme for this Excaliber truck based on what we saw from Excaliber at World Finals 24, but a little bit different, a little bit of a custom flair to it. Look at that! Thunder Roris with a light-up body. That is something new. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, hopefully he can make it into round 2 with that. Both trucks staged, ready to go. Excaliber versus Thunder Roris. We're green. Looks like Thunder Roris might have clipped that jersey barrier through the turn. Maybe it was just super tight. I couldn't really tell. But nonetheless, this is set to be an interesting race, even though Mike is struggling a little bit here. Thunder Roris keeping it clean, looking fast here tonight. Had some talks. Oh no. Oh no, that looks like potentially our fastest time of the night so far. Look at Mike Pagliarulo. 26, that is a 5-second penalty to a 23.115 for Excaliber. So Excaliber will be the one moving on. That 5-second penalty for Colt Stevens and Thunder Roris knocks him out. Colt Stevens definitely also riding with a 5-second penalty from last night. That's what put him in the seed he was in the race he was in. And it happens again, man. Another 5-second penalty knocks him out of the competition. Dragon, Alfredo Moya debuting a brand new scheme on your right, taking on Ballistic, James Owens. James Owens was throwing down practice passes with Shane Lake in Gravedigger. Now, if you are a fan of this series, you know the weight that the name Shane Lake brings with it, the gravity of the situation there. And James Owens wasn't blinking. Don't get me wrong, he did make a big mistake, get a 5-second penalty in round 1, but that was his own mistake. The pressure did not get to him. So taking on someone like Alfredo Moya in Dragon, I don't think it's affecting him very much. We'll see who can make it into round 2 here tonight. Alfredo Moya sliding around the berm there. It looks like they're having some type of issue. He does it there too, into the opposite lane. Ballistic all by himself across the finish line. We'll see his time in just a second. Alfredo Moya getting across that finish line. He does finish, but that is one of the slowest times of the weekend. 28.798 to a 22.148. A great pass from James Owens in Ballistic. Alfredo Moya throwing in a little two-wheel skills move. He's not in the two-wheel skills competition, so I don't know why he threw that in, but he did nonetheless. Man, I don't know what's going on. Dragon seemed to be running into some steering issues there. It just wasn't turning, wasn't listening to him behind the wheel. Here comes another new design. Trevor Goldberg in Max D with this thermal paint job. That's what that desaturated yellow on the rims was. Looked out of place last night. Here it looks nice. Stephen Mason in Tornadic will be facing off against him, going head-to-head in the racing competition. This is for all the marbles for one of these drivers. Now, here's the thing. Both of these drivers struggled last night. Max D had the faster time between the two of them. We're going green. Let's find out who can do it when the pressure is on. Trevor Goldberg, one racing win behind him this season in the regular season. Oh, he's hiking up once again. Look at him. He gets the save off of the sidewalls, but that is definitely going to throw off his race. Tornadic Stephen Mason, can he get across without a 5-second penalty? He can. Trevor Goldberg and Max D not going to get it done here in round 1. That is a massive crash into the dumpster there. 23.132 for Max D and a 22.082 for Tornadic Stephen Mason. On to round 2 here tonight as we close out round 1. Now it's time to find our fastest qualifiers and watch them take on some opponents here. Red Hot is going to be facing off against Knucklehead. Gravedigger versus Bulldozer, El Matador and Avenger, Son of a Digger and Classroom Crusher. Then on the opposite side of the bracket, El Toro Loco, Shake Me, Medusa and Excaliber, Jailbird and Ballistic, and closing out round 2, Megalodon versus Tornadic. This is a great second round, and we had a couple of trucks, I'm surprised, that made it into round 2 based on watching what just happened in round 1, if that makes sense. I definitely thought Thunder Roars was a lock. An unfortunate loss, DNF for the Liberator. You never know what's going to happen at the World Finals. Red Hot Brandon Scaff debuting a brand new paint scheme for that Red Hot truck. On your right, taking on Dead Panda in Knucklehead. Now, Knucklehead made it potentially farther than he thought he was going to in round 1, taking on someone like Legendary Jair in the Liberator. That lucky DNF, lucky for Dead Panda, that lucky DNF got him here to take on Brandon Scaff. Once again, they faced off in the Golden Days Tour in Miami. So we will find out who's going to take it here at the World Finals. Beautiful turn from both drivers. A little struggle for both of them, though. But both of them are extremely fast right now. Look at this. Brandon Scaff with the lead over the step up into the line. He is going to hold it. That was an extremely close race. Dead Panda goes over into the dumpsters. That's a 22.215 for Knucklehead and the 22.066 for Brandon Scaff in Red Hot. An incredibly close race there from incredible drivers, and Brandon Scaff moves on. Here comes another body debut, and this thing looks incredible. Gravedigger, Shane Lake taking on Matthew Hood and Bulldozer. This classic, I mean, this is the legend body. This is the grandma body on this Gravedigger truck, but a brand new paint job, that purple chrome with a custom graveyard. All of the opponents, well, most of the opponents that Shane took out throughout the season, and man, that thing looks awesome. It looks mean. It looks like it's ready for a world championship. Let's go green. Into Thunder Alley, Matthew Hood, the only one that has experience of tonight in the bag for this race. But Shane Lake looks fast out here on this track. A little high on the berm, a bobble for Shane Lake. Matthew Hood in the lead. Bulldozer gets to the line first. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer takes it. Shane Lake goes over. Oh my goodness. 21.515 for Bulldozer and a 21.965 for Gravedigger. An incredible pass there from both of these drivers once again. Shane Lake, just a little bobble coming out of that second berm, and I told you guys that's what'll get these drivers, the berms, or more specifically that second berm, leading into the roller, leading into the step up, leading into that final jump. Here comes your next competitors, though. Devin Barber in Avenger taking on Jaseir Hamlin, making his driving debut in actual competition tonight with this brand new El Matador body. That Ford looks incredible on this thing. Let's see who can take it to the finish line in first. It's not just all about looks, it's about speed, it's about driving ability. Let's go green. Big bobble from Jaseir Hamlin in Thunder Alley. Heading into this berm. Little bobble from Devin Barber, but another one from Jaseir Hamlin. He is struggling out here tonight. One of our top 8 fastest drivers from last night running into problems here tonight, and it is all Devin Barber in Avenger with, again, not an incredibly fast pass, a decent one, but mistakes from his opponent, knocking him out. 23.348 for El Matador and a 22.615 for Devin Barber in Avenger. A great pass once again from Devin. We'll see him in round 3. Here comes Son of a Digger, Josh Tonkin, taking on Classroom Crusher, Camden Murphy. Here's the thing about Josh Tonkin and Son of a Digger. He is our reigning World Racing Champion. He took the Racing Championship last year, taking on Tevin Maxwell in Team Mints. Tonight, his first race of the night, he's taking on Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher. who did relatively well in round 1. He has that round 1 experience behind him, unlike Josh Tonkin in Son of a Digger. Josh making his driving debut tonight, right now. Can he lock down a solid time is the question. Down the track we go and over the gap. Oh, Camden Murphy's in trouble. He spins the truck. He is out of this race unless Josh Tonkin makes a massive mistake. And I'm not talking about a 5-second penalty, which doesn't get made anyways. Josh Tonkin is on to round 3 tonight. Camden Murphy done here in round 2. He does get across that finish line. A big time behind him, a 28.848 for Classroom Crusher and a 21.799 once again for Josh Tonkin in Son of a Digger. A great pass here in round 2. He is on to round 3. We'll see what he can do then. But next, it's Armando Castro in El Toro Loco taking on Shake Me, Dawson Rayas. Dawson had a little bit of a bobble last round, but nonetheless, he is here, ready to throw down against Armando Castro, last year's last chance qualifier. Can Armando lock down a World Racing Championship? That would be the Cinderella story to top them all, I would think. Coming from last chance qualifier the next year straight into a World Racing Championship, that would be incredible. Both trucks staged and ready to go. Dawson Rayas ready to put up a fight. We're green. Extremely fast through Thunder Alley is Dawson Rayas, a slight lead on Armando right now. Oh, a bobble clipping that landing pad. That puts Armando even more so in the fight. A bobble from Armando and Dawson. It is all Armando Castro right now, and no 5-second penalty there. No 5-second penalty for Armando Castro. That's a 22.132 El Toro Loco and a 22.615 for Shake Me. Dawson Rayas done here in round 2. El Toro Loco with that beautiful red chrome body on to round 2. Or round 3, excuse me. Medusa with that pink body once again on your right, taking on Mike Pagliarulo in Excaliber. Excaliber looked really fast in his round 2 pass last night in qualifying. We'll see if he can look fast once again in round 2 here tonight. The problem, I guess, not necessarily a problem, but the thing about that is not only was it 24 hours ago, but it was in the opposite lane. We'll see what he can do, if he can improve here tonight in this left lane. Medusa, Mike, let's go green. Oh, and he clips the Jersey barrier through Thunder Alley. An unfortunate start for Mike Pagliarulo, but he's not too far off. He is in the fight, but he needs a mistake from Medusa. I don't think he's going to get one. Medusa locked and loaded to the line. Mike going over. Medusa also going over. But she gets to the line. What a barrel roll. What a save from Mike Pagliarulo. One of the most eventful races of RORSRPS World Finals history there. Medusa with a 22.099. Excaliber with an unfortunate 34.399. But he does give the fans a little bit of a showcase for what's to come in freestyle from him. So it's not a total loss. The fans are excited to see Mike Pagliarulo in Excaliber come out here and burn it down in freestyle. Here comes our last chance qualifier last night. This year's last chance qualifier. Jailbird, Pro Bowler 278 on your right, taking on Ballistic. James Owens on your left again. Pro Bowler has no experience on this track tonight. James Owens in Ballistic is the only one between the two of these that has that round 1 experience. Let's see what happens as we go green. Done for both of these drivers. Pro Bowler, maybe a slight lead. Looked a little faster through Thunder Alley, but when it comes to that gap, they were neck and neck. Do that second berm. Pro Bowler, much cleaner. A big mess up from James Owens to the line. It is all Jailbird. Pro Bowler 278 once again on to the next one here tonight. 21.699 for Jailbird and a 25.465 for Ballistic. Missing that berm, slinging it way too high, and that put him out. An unfortunate end to Ballistic's night, but Jailbird continues. Here comes Giovanna Hayes, one-time World Racing Champion from Season 1, taking on Steven Mason in Tornadic. Steven Mason, when you put him up against Trevor Goldberg in the regular season, I don't think Steven Mason necessarily stood a chance. But here at the World Finals, that was not the case tonight. Now he takes on a one-time World Racing Champion who threw down an incredibly fast pass last night, one of our top 8 trucks in qualifying. Does he stand a chance this time? Both trucks staged, we're green. Giovanna looking fast. She is right there with Steven Mason. Steven Mason right there with her. Oh my goodness, what a turn through the first berm. Giovanna Hayes looking good. A little high on the berm, a small bobble, but a bobble from Steven Mason as well. Steven, oh my goodness, that is a photo finish. I believe it was Steven Mason, but we need the times. With the official time, Steven Mason 21.915, Megalodon 22.082. Steven Mason in Tornadic closes round 2 with the win. Oh my goodness, round 3. Brandon Scaff and Red Hot takes on Bulldozer. Devin Barber and Avenger takes on Son of a Digger. And then on the right side of our bracket, we have some more incredible races ahead of us. El Toro Loco and Medusa taking on, El Toro Loco taking on Medusa. Jailbird facing off against Tornadic to close us out once again. I've been saying Tornadic a lot. It's Tornadic, according to Grave Prower, the owner of the truck. We're going right into round 3 of racing. Red Hot versus Bulldozer is our first race, and these are some of the fastest trucks of the night. Not only winners, but consistent fast trucks. Red Hot Brandon Scaff going to be on your right, our fastest qualifier last night, taking on the number 9 spot once Jailbird got in the mix. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer. Now when it comes to wins, they are tied in the racing competition, 3 wins to 3 wins. Red Hot, 1 freestyle win behind him. Matthew Hood, 2 freestyle wins behind him. Let's see what happens here tonight as we go green. Matthew Hood, Brandon Scaff in round 3. Matthew Hood clips the Jersey barrier. That puts him behind early, but anything can happen out here on this track. Matthew Hood right back in the fight. A bobble from Brandon Scaff to the line. It's a drag race. Brandon Scaff clips it. That is a 5-second penalty. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer is on to the semifinals tonight. 22.348 for Bulldozer, a 27.215 for Brandon Scaff. Again, with that 5-second penalty, Matthew Hood in Bulldozer continues on, while Brandon Scaff stays here in round 3. Avenger coming out next. Devin Barber on your right, taking on the reigning World Racing Champion, Josh Tonkin, Son of a Digger. Now these are our 2 champions from World Finals 2, and of course, they took World Finals 1 championships as well. Josh Tonkin, or Son of a Digger I should say, with 2-wheel skills, and Avenger with freestyle. We're green here tonight. Who's gonna win in the Battle of the Champions? Josh Tonkin with an early lead right now. An incredible turn from Devin Barber, but does that put him in the fight? Nicely done. Josh Tonkin with a bobble. Both trucks bobbling there to the final. Oh man. I was going to say to the line, to the finish. Whatever. Who took it? What a finish. 22.548 for Son of a Digger and a 22.615 for Avenger. Josh Tonkin, Son of a Digger by inches, is your champion in that race. He moves on. Avenger done here in round 3. Now it's Medusa taking on Armando Castro. Medusa versus El Toro Loco. who will take it here tonight. Medusa, a strong racer we've seen in Season 1. Season 2 as a sub, she didn't do too well. This season, she hasn't lived up to her own hype in the racing competition. Armando Castro, a consistent semi-finalist. Can he do it tonight? We are green. Through Thunder Alley, a little bit of a slide there from Armando puts them neck and neck over the gap. That El Toro Loco truck is extremely beautiful. Can he get to the line first? He has a slight lead over that step up to the line. Oh my goodness. Another photo finish. It has been nothing but photo finishes here in the third round. A 21.715 for Medusa and a 21.782 for Armando in El Toro Loco. Medusa moves on to the semifinals. And that was the fastest race of the night. Both drivers pulling 21s there. That was incredible. What a race. Next up, Pro Bowler 278 in Jailbird taking on Steven Mason in Tornadic. These two, I don't know, man. Tornadic has been surprising me here tonight, but Pro Bowler has not. And that is a good thing in this case. Pro Bowler 278 in Jailbird has been pulling nearly nothing but 21s since last night. Only a couple 22s sprinkled in there. What's next? Who can take it in this race? Jailbird has the lead right now. Wow. What a turn. A little slide there from Tornadic, but he is still in the fight. Pro Bowler 278 locked in. Gets to the line first. No 5-second for Steven Mason, but he is out of the competition. A 22.482 for Tornadic. Jailbird 21.765. Again, no surprise from Jailbird. We might be looking at our Dubby Racing Champion here tonight, but we still have 2 rounds to get through here. Bulldozer will take on Son of a Digger in the semifinals. And on the right side of your bracket, we have Medusa facing off against Jailbird. Last season, what would have been a lady versus a lady in the semifinals, but tonight it's Medusa versus Jailbird. Pro Bowler versus Medusa. This is exciting, man. The semifinals are here. After this, it's the Spanner Finals, and then we have our final round. Here comes your first semifinalist. Bulldozer, Matthew Hood on your right, taking on Josh Tonkin in Son of a Digger. On a mission here tonight. I know that's Max D's thing, but it's true about Josh Tonkin tonight. Here to lock down a back-to-back World Racing Championship. Can he get it is the question. He has a tough draw with Matthew Hood in Bulldozer right now. Both trucks staged, ready to go. Let's go green for the semifinal. One of these trucks will be our first Dubby finalist here at the World Finals. Into the berm, a little bobble there from Matthew Hood, but I believe he still has the lead. And a big bobble from Matthew Hood. Josh Tonkin taking it to the line. Oh my goodness. And Matthew Hood, he's going two-wheel skills. He's doing some two-wheel skills moves right now. A DNF for Bulldozer. Son of a Digger. 21.198. The fastest time of the weekend. Nearly a 20 to get put up on the board. Josh Tonkin is dead set on a second World Racing Championship. Can he do it? He will face off against one of these drivers in the Dubby final round. Pro Bowler 278 on your left, taking on Medusa. Of course, behind the wheel of Medusa. This is set to be one of the races of the night. Medusa, insanely fast. Jailbird, extremely fast and extremely consistent. Both trucks staged, ready to go to close out the semifinals. We're green. over the gap we go. Pro Bowler once again with a good lead on his opponent right now. Insane turns from both of these drivers. Oh my goodness. Around the turn, your finalist, your second finalist, looks to be, I don't know. That looks like a 5-second penalty for Pro Bowler. I don't think it's gonna matter. Medusa with the flat tire gets across the line. An insane save, by the way. A 29.116 for Jailbird and a 30.232 for Medusa. Jailbird, Pro Bowler 278 is your second finalist. That means your Spanner Finals is Bulldozer versus Medusa. What a classic race there. And then we got Son of a Digger taking on Jailbird for your Dubby final round. Wow. What a night of competition. Your Spanner Finals are here. We are about to crown a third place winner. Who will it be? Bulldozer, Matthew Hood, or Medusa? With that beautiful pink Medusa, she blew that right front last round. A quick turnaround time. Seems to me like they just swapped it out for a regular season rim and tire, and it looks like it. It looks like Medusa has a different front BKT on her. Let's see what happens, man. Bulldozer, Medusa pulling up to stage. We're ready to go for the Spanner Finals to find a third place spot. Let's go green. Big slide from Medusa in Thunder Alley. That gives Matthew Hood an early lead. Again, Medusa fast. I don't think that tire is affecting her much, but Matthew Hood may lock it down. Can he get across without a 5-second penalty? He can. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer taking the win and the third place trophy here tonight. Bulldozer with a 21.882. Medusa 22.348. Matthew Hood in Bulldozer is your third place racing winner here in Sam Boyd Stadium tonight. Last year, it was Shane Lake in Gravedigger. This time around, it was Gravedigger's first opponent of the night, Matthew Hood in Bulldozer. One last look at that thing before freestyle tomorrow night. Congratulations to Matthew Hood in Bulldozer. What a finish to his night. It's unfortunate it wasn't the racing win, but nonetheless, third place ain't too bad in a field like this, man. Coming out next, your Dubby final round is here, and so are your final round competitors. This is all fueled by Dubby Energy. If you don't know, you're about to. Dubby Energy is a delicious brand of energy powders, and they have hydration flavors as well if you're not into caffeine. Check them out at dubby.gg on the internet and use code RORSRPS at checkout for 10% off your purchase. They have absolutely delicious flavors, including their brand new Grandma's Lemonade and Grapefruit Citrus Hydration blends. Those are brand new. They just announced them tonight, so do not miss out on those while they have them. I don't know if they're going away or not, but nonetheless, your Dubby final round is here. Your Dubby final round competitors: Jailbird, Pro Bowler 278, Son of a Digger, Josh Tonkin. Only one of these is a past World Racing Champion, and that is Josh Tonkin and Son of a Digger. We know he's got the stuff. Can he lock it down is the question. Pro Bowler 278 has been insane all weekend so far, and he plans on keeping that up here in the Dubby final round. Both trucks staged, ready to go. Your Dubby final round is green. The fastest trucks of the night, knocking out everyone they've faced off against so far. Only one can take the championship title. Over the step up, it is Josh Tonkin with the lead to the line. That was close, but I believe it was Josh Tonkin, Son of a Digger, 21.515. Yes, 21.649 for Jailbird. Josh Tonkin, Son of a Digger, is your Dubby Racing Champion for World Finals 3. What a night of racing. Stick around two-wheel skills is coming up in this video in just a minute. Josh Tonkin is excited, and we do have to prep the track a little bit just to get it ready for two-wheel skills. But Josh Tonkin takes back-to-back World Racing Championships here at Sam Boyd Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight was a lot of fun, and so was qualifying. Again, if you haven't seen that, go back, check out our channel, check out the qualifying video. It was incredible. And we got a backflip from Josh Tonkin. A little bit of a big hit on the tailgate, but that is gonna do it, man. Josh Tonkin, son of a digger, your World Racing Champion here for World Finals 3. Give it up for him one more time, man. Wow. And we got to see how we got here, because this is just an incredible night of racing all around. The level, the caliber of competition that we had tonight was unlike, I would say, unlike any World Finals we've seen. These drivers were going hard out here, and we had some of the stiffest competition that we could possibly have, and it was an incredible night. I love it, man. Oh my goodness. Congratulations to son of a digger Josh Tonkin, Pro Bowler 278 in Jailbird, and of course Matthew Hood in Bulldozer. It's been incredible, man, watching you guys throw down here tonight. But that brings us to our two-wheel skills competition. Look at these, your opponents for tonight: Max D, Trevor Goldberg, Philip Torres in Sheriff, Rob Ert in JCB Digatron, and Grave Prower in Sonic Heroes. Everyone gets 2 attempts, which combine for their total. Their total is their official score. Shane Lake in Gravedigger, Corey Fisher in Goldberg, Camden Murphy in Classroom Crusher, and of course Ryan Hayward in Heavy Hitter. The total score is the official score for these trucks. So you need to do consistently well in both rounds if you want to see a win. Here comes Trevor Goldberg in Max D, your first two-wheel skills competitor of the night, and your reigning two-wheel skills champion here on the channel. He took the two-wheel skills win last season. He wants to do it again tonight. We already have one back-to-back champion here tonight, Josh Tonkin, son of a digger. We'll see if Trevor Goldberg can double up, give us another one, and give himself another two-wheel skills trophy. Now this is what gave him the win last season. The tombstone into a moon flip. Can he do it again? Stands it straight up and down, walking out that tombstone. Beautifully done. Great control of this truck, and we've seen it all season long. This is nothing new from Trevor Goldberg in Max D. But tonight is a different story. This is the World Finals. This is for the championship, for all the marbles. This proves that your entire season was not a fluke, and you can back it up. Look at him still going. He's going to set it. Oh, come on. What a save off of the sidewalls. If that's not two-wheel skills, I don't know what is. Trevor Goldberg, Max D, with a score of an 8.75 to open up the competition. Beautifully done, Trevor Goldberg. We will see you in just a little bit. Body still intact. Nicely done. A great role model for the rest of these drivers out here for the rest of the night. Here comes Philip Torres in Sheriff. Now, we saw him last night in the Young Guns Shootout, the last chance qualifier, excuse me. He's here tonight in the two-wheel skills competition, looking to lock down an official world championship. He's been in the two-wheel skills competition before, back in season 1, not Philip Torres, but Sheriff. We'll see what Philip can do behind the wheel. He's going to get us started with a great stoppie as well, even making it over some obstacles. Oh, he's going for the... Oh, no. Oh. And they shut him off for that. He does get back on all fours. I'm not sure what they're scoring as as a two-wheel skills attempt, but that's going to be a 5.5 for Philip Torres in Sheriff. It looks like he was going for the moonwalk to, or the nose wheelie, I guess, to a backflip. Didn't quite work out for him here in attempt 1. We'll see what he can do in attempt 2 in just a little bit, but Philip Torres is done for now. We'll see him again in just a minute. JCB Digatron, Rob Ert taken to the track next. Looking to burn it down. He threw in a little practice move last night in the two-wheel skills competition, or in the last chance qualifier competition. So we'll see what he can do here in the actual two-wheel skills competition. Looking for, I don't know. Let's see what happens. I think he's going for a stoppie, but it could be a reverse popper as well. You never know with the way some of these jumps are set up. Rob Ert, JCB Digatron going for the stoppie to kick off his first attempt. Oh, looking for a combo. Gets the slap wheelie going. Nicely done. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the backflip there. Wouldn't be a massive misstep from the rest of the competition. Medusa did it in qualifying. That's going to get him a 6 to kick off his first attempt. A moonwalk or a nose wheelie to a slap wheelie. Definitely an interesting combo there. Something unique for Rob Ert, but he still has round 2 to adjust for that relatively low score. Sonic Heroes, Grave Prower coming out next. We haven't seen Grave Prower in Las Vegas since season 1 when he was a sub-qualifier for the World Finals. Let's see what he can do out here tonight. He's only in one competition here in the two-wheel skills competition. So let's see if he can lock down a World Two-Wheel Skills Championship. Looks like he's going to be going for a stoppie here in that racing lane. Going for it. Beautiful pop up onto the nose. Great control, of course. Grave Prower, a solid driver. Struggled a little bit this season, but had 2 shows behind him. He was requested back and was able to come back, or 3 shows. He was here for 3 shows this season. Wow. Didn't make the official qualifier list. Was voted into two-wheel skills. He goes down. Oh, man. Was showcasing some great control, but just gave it a little too much gas in reverse, and down he goes. That's a 6.5 for Grave Prower in Sonic Heroes. An unfortunate end to that one, but here comes our next competitor, Shane Lake in Gravedigger. Took a spill in the racing competition after the finish line, but that body didn't take much damage. I don't see anything wrong with it. Looks incredible as he lines up for his first move of the night in the two-wheel skills competition. Hopefully he can keep it off the body this time around. Lining up, looks like he's gonna go for a stoppie as well. Absolutely, big pogo there, but he's keeping it relatively controlled here. Nice, little back and forth. He's gonna pop it up for the seesaw, up on the rear end. Nicely done. Oh, trying to keep it going, couldn't quite get it back up on the nose. He's on the rear end. And I think that was counting for a score, but he decides to set it down. I would have let it rock a little more. I'm not sure what happened there, but nonetheless, a 6.22 or 6.25, excuse me. I don't know where I got the extra 2 from. It's been a long night of recording, man. 6.25 for Shane Lake in Gravedigger. Coming out next, Corey Fisher in Goldberg. This is Corey Fisher's second World Two-Wheel Skills attempt. Last year, he was here in Blacksmith. This time around, he's here in Goldberg. And this truck seems to suit him, man. He burned it down in Atlanta, show 1. That was incredible on the tryouts tour, man. And had a good run going in Pontiac, Michigan as well. Looks like he's going to get us started with a great bicycle, down the track. Look at this. Oh, man, up on the other side, but he's going to roll it. Oh, and that's going to put him down there He was the first one to go for a bicycle, so that might help his score a little bit here. That's going to be a 6 flat, our second 6 flat of the two-wheel skills competition. Corey Fisher and Goldberg wrapping up attempt 1 with a 6 flat. Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher, coming out next. And this is the first time we've seen Classroom Crusher in the World Finals, let alone in the two-wheel skills competition. So Camden is competing in all 3 main field main competitions, I guess, competing for official titles. We'll see what he can do here for his first attempt. I'm super excited to see what Camden can do. Looks like he's lining up for either a popper or a stoppie, and it's going to be a stoppie as he walks out the nose wheelie there. Throws it into reverse for the moonwalk, trying to walk it back up the ramp as well. Beautifully done. Look at him combo it up onto the rear end. Nicely done. Camden, one of the best combos we've seen tonight. And he does struggle a little bit here. He's going over. That's going to be a 7. Classroom Crusher. What a roll. Back onto all 4 BKTs. And a 7 for that combo. And I mean, I don't know what necessarily made that super different from the 6s that we were seeing, other than pure verticality with this guy. Stood it straight up and down on the rear end, walked it up, and stood it up on the nose, walked it up. I think that's what got him that difference. Heavy hitter, Ryan Hayward, taken to the track now. Looking to burn it down, man. I mean, this is his first two-wheel skills competition at the World Finals. He threw down earlier this season, and I love the way this heavy hitter truck looks. Hopefully he can keep it looking like this until the end of the night. But we'll see what he can do here. This is definitely an interesting lineup attempt. I don't know what he's going for here. Taking on the step up, walking the back tires up over it, and looking for the combo. Oh, doesn't quite pan out for him. Couldn't get it up on the rear end or on the nose for that second move. That's going to be a 5 flat, so the lowest score so far tonight in the two-wheel skills competition. That, I believe, yeah, that closes us out for our first attempts. Max D in the lead right now, followed by Classroom Crusher, Sonic Heroes, and Gravedigger with a 7, 6.5, and 6.25. And then, of course, our final 4 coming out on top there. It's Rob Earp in JCB Digatron with that 6. Corey Fisher, again, also with the 6. Sheriff with a 5.5. And Heavy Hitter down in that bottom spot right now with a 5 flat. Now, we are sticking to our first lineup, the order of the lineup. But nonetheless, here comes our next competitor. Trevor Goldberg, Max D, back out onto the track, looking to go 2 for 2, not only here tonight from round 1 to round 2, but also for World Two-Wheel Skills Championships. Looks like he's lining up for, oh no, something else. That dropped my heart a little bit. I thought he was going to go for the same exact thing. Not only that he did last year, but that he did just a little while ago. I thought that was going to be it. What's he going for here? Trevor Goldberg for his second attempt. Looks like he's lining up for the stoppie here, the nose wheelie. And I think he's going to try for it. This is the second attempt. Is your last attempt. You got to let it all hang out, and that's exactly what he's going to do here. Going for the backflip. Oh, man. That is a rough landing. He tears up that thermal body. And down goes Trevor Goldberg. Solid attempt. What are we looking at for a score here? 8.75 plus that 5 for this attempt. That's going to be a 13.75. Trevor Goldberg and Max D in the top spot right now. 13.75. But we still have the rest of the field to see what they can get. Sheriff Philip Torres back out on the track. A little salty that Trevor Goldberg tried to steal his move there, but nonetheless, Philip Torres going for something else unique this time around. He's going to be going for a bicycle, one of these little mounds we have set up specifically for bicycle attempts. See what he can do out here. Sets it up nice on the sidewalls. Trying to let it settle. Oh, no. And that is the wrong kind of settling he wanted. He wanted to settle it onto the sidewall so he can whip it around. But, no. He settles it onto all 4 tires. What are we looking at for a score? A 4.25 for that. Ouch. So that's going to be a 9.75 for a total. So that is not taking the lead, to say the least, right now. That is a second place spot because he is only the second truck with a second attempt score. JCB Digatron, Rob Ert hitting the track once again for his second attempt. See what he can do out here. I'm excited to see what Rob Ert can do. He was definitely looking forward to his two-wheel skills nomination, and I love it when our drivers are happy about nominations, especially for something like this that was fan voted. He got votes from fellow fans to put him into the competition, so that's always good to see. Lining up, looks like for a stoppie here. Yep, pops it up beautifully. Oh my goodness! Gets a big pogo off of that rear end. Look at him. Oh, man. And he gets it up on the sidewalls for the combo. Around. Oh, no. Around and around. He tried to go. He did make it, I believe, almost a full rotation there, or a full rotation, but the truck went over. That's going to be a 7 for his second attempt. So that's going to be a 13 flat. For Rob Ert and JCB Digatron. That is a second place right now, just behind Trevor Goldberg in Max D. Sonic Heroes, Grave Prower coming out to the track next for his second attempt. And it looks like he has something special here. You know, you kind of have to focus on what's right in front of you, the immediate move that they're trying to do, because sometimes it doesn't pan out past that. But you cannot ignore what they're lined up for, man. Grave Prower pops it up on the rear end, trying to get it on the front. Couldn't quite do it, but his run is still going. So he gets it back on the rear end once again, and a much better pop up onto the nose this time. Oh, man. Still going, rocking out that moonwalk, and he's gonna set it down. That is gonna do it for Grave Prower. Look at Slap Whitley there. That was nice. Oh, and he's going for it anyway. Oh man. And he rolls it. That's gonna be an 8.25 for that one. So a 14.75 is his new total. Grave Prower, wow. Yeah, rolls it, but he does take the lead. That is a new leader up on the board, 14.75 for Sonic Heroes and Grave Prower. Here comes Gravedigger Shane Lake back out onto the track for his second attempt. A 6.25 is his score up on the leaderboard right now, and he wants to top that. Can he? Is the question. I mean, he should. A second attempt should only add to your score. Look at the tombstone. He's getting started right away. Shane Lake locking it down, and now I'm a little fearful for Shane, because now I think he's going for the moon flip. Oh, and he is. He's going for it, but it's not going to work. Oh, man. That's a big roof hit there for Shane Lake and Gravedigger. That's going to be a 5 flat. So that's going to be an 11.25 for his combined total. I believe that is 5th place right now. 4th or 5th place. We're going to get a look at the leaderboard. Do not worry, but not yet. In just a little bit, once all the scores have been put in, an 11.25 once again for Shane Lake in Gravedigger. But here comes Goldberg, Corey Fisher, back out on the track once again. What do you got for the fans this time? He's coming back to that pink side once again. And that makes me a little nervous. Oh, man. He rolled it last time around. He wants to not do that this time. Let's see what he's got. Looks like he's going for the stoppie here. Pops it up with some air. Nicely done. A little bit of a pogo, too, on the front end. Nice. Oh, yeah, this is a nice move right here. Oh, my goodness. The slap stoppie. Look at him. Beautifully done. And he goes for it a second time. Is he Bryce Kenny or what? That was nice, man. Wow. Oh, and a third one. And the combo onto the rear end. Corey Fisher. What a move there. He was trying for one more. Corey Fisher and Goldberg with a 9.5, a near perfect score. That gets him a 15.5. That is your new leader, Corey Fisher in Goldberg. Wow. Beautifully done. Classroom Crusher coming out next. Camden Murphy for his second attempt. Now he started out with a 7. That's his score on the leaderboard right now, a 7 flat. Nothing to be sneezed at, man. That is solid. Let's see what he can do out here. If he can get 8 or higher, that is contention for lead or second place at the very least. He's going for the tombstone to kick us off. Beautiful setup for that. Nice. Showcasing great control of this truck. Camden Murphy, I would say already this is arguably better than his first attempt. If not for skill, time up on the move. Look at this combo attempt and the slap wheelie up the step up, back on the front end. Oh man, wow. All the way down the track here. Camden Murphy for a score of 8 flat. That's kind of an interesting one, and that does get him in contention. That's a 15 up on the board, so that is second place right now. Goldberg still in the lead with that 15.5, and Camden Murphy's not done. He just wants to throw down for the fans. There's another one for you guys. Oh man, Camden Murphy headed back out to Thunder Alley, back out to the pits with a 15 flat and second place behind him. Wow. Here comes our final competitor for the competition, heavy hitter Ryan Hayward for his second attempt here tonight. A low score, lowest score of the night so far, a 5. Oh, well, not so far. We do have a new lower score, 4.75, but the lowest first round attempt score of a 5 flat. Going for a slap wheelie here. Not really the best way to get a win, but a combo might do it for him. Look at this. Maybe not, because even with a 10, he would still be a 15 flat, and that does not get him the lead. Corey Fisher looks like your two-wheel skills champion this season. But look at this move from Ryan Hayward here. He's throwing down anyways. He don't care. Wow. Great control. I mean, he's almost not even moving. Heavy hitter doesn't only look great, it drives great, and Ryan Hayward is just the guy for the job. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh man, look at him. Palms are sweaty right now. He's going for it. The backflip into a stoppie. Ryan Hayward. Oh, over he goes. I think he was trying to park it, but I don't think the brilliance of that move is lost on these judges. What are we looking at for a score for Ryan Hayward for his second attempt? A 10, a perfect score, a 15. Grabs him second place because it's all about consistency when it comes to the final leaderboard. Third place, excuse me, not second place. Goldberg is your two-wheel skills world champion, 15.5. Camden Murphy and Classroom Crusher with 15 in second. Heavy Hitter with 15 in third. Sonic Heroes ends up with 14.75. That grabs him fourth place with a really solid attempt there. Then, of course, we have Trevor Goldberg in Max D with a 13.75. JCB Digatron with 13 flat. Gravedigger ended up with 11.25. And Sheriff with a 9.75. Last place for the two-wheel skills competition, unfortunately. But wow, you hear an engine? You do. Goldberg, Corey Fisher coming back out to celebrate with the fans his two-wheel skills world championship last season. Blacksmith was unable to do it. Look at the air. Oh, man. What a landing. Man, that was huge air. Corey Fisher with Blacksmith last season was unable to get it done. This time, he's on a mission, man. Goldberg locks down the world championship. Look at another one. Slap wheelie to Stoppy. Trying to keep it going. Couldn't quite get it, but he's going for the backflip. It don't matter. Corey Fisher in Goldberg. A beautiful run and a beautiful slap Stoppy there. This was a great night, man. Not only for racing, but for two-wheel skills as well. Look at the leaps from Corey Fisher, man. I really wish he was in the main field because this Goldberg truck, I mean, it can be top heavy at times. It can roll over because of turns, but when it comes to freestyle, that old school Minx chassis, there's almost nothing like it, man. Look at the air. Wow. Beautiful pop onto the nose again. Look at him. Bring. Oh, man. Corey Fisher, a killer this season. Wow. Again, man, what a night. World Finals 3 has been incredible. Corey Fisher burning it down. Look at this. Oh, come on. Oh, a big hit there. They do shut him off for that one. An unfortunate ending to his celebration. I'm sure he would have loved to be on all fours. But, yeah, Corey Fisher locked it down for Team Mix. Oh, I hear another engine. Oh, no. Tevin Maxwell, Team Mint, whipping it in the Classic this time for World Finals 3. The Mint's camp can't go down with only one truck, man. Team Mint out here to burn it down. Uh-oh. A huge leap launching over Goldberg. Tevin Maxwell, never a slouch in the freestyle competition, and he is here to burn it down just for the fans. No scores to be had here. This is all for you guys. I don't even know if this was planned. They had these trucks out there in the back. They had to have thought of something just in case there was a win, maybe. I don't know, man. Wow. Tevin Maxwell's killing it right now. Can he stay away? Oh, come on. Yeah. What a move. Tevin Maxwell, one of our best drivers from Season 2, fell short of that World Finals Racing Championship last season like we talked about, but always a showman in any competition. Nicely done. Trying to keep it going. He's having a great run out here. I don't know if this was a World Finals competition freestyle, if it would take the win, but it's definitely taking the win so far, man. He is throwing down out here. With some donuts, too. Team Mints, Tevin Maxwell, burning it down for the Classics out here. With a nice leap. Again, another one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Over with a big hit. Another one. These Mints trucks going down hard tonight. Tevin Maxwell, Team Mints, burning it down. Another one to add to the list, man. What a great encore. These guys are awesome. You gotta love it. Well, oh no, you're kidding me. Another one? I'm hearing this is Tom Mintz. Tom Mintz, Maximum Destruction. The classic, the original Max D. Here to burn it down. Uh-oh. Look at the air. Tom Mintz, Maximum Destruction. An honor to be here at the World Finals and get to see the classic Maximum Destruction running once again with the man, the myth, the legend, Tom Mintz, back behind the wheel for one more show. He rolls it. Come on. Oh, get it, get it, get it. Come on. Wow. What a move from Tom Mintz. Keeping it going out here for the fans. And he might be going for that maximum moonwalk. We all know. Oh my goodness. Wow. And the slap wheelie. Well, I'm not even going to say it. Usually I say that's something we don't see from the Max D trucks. Look at this. Going for the backflip. Doesn't quite work. What a rollover. Oh my goodness. Talk about a wild ride. And yeah, they shut him off for that. Oh, and that's where they're going to end it. Tom Mintz, one last ride, man. Wow. Tevin Maxwell, Tom Mintz, Corey Fisher burning it down for Team Mintz. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. It has been an incredible night. Tomorrow, we have freestyle for you. Do not miss it. We're going to have an all-new track that has not been seen yet. If you're enjoying it, be sure to subscribe, stick around, hit that like button, let me know with a comment down below, and turn on your post notifications so you know when the World Finals uploads freestyle. And of course, check us out on Instagram so you can see the track first. Check us out on RORSRPS.com for our Season 3 trading cards featuring every truck featured here tonight, as well as our Season 3 competitors from the regular season. It's been a lot of fun. Oh, look at that right there. Dubby Energy, the channel partner when it comes to everything that needs some energy. Their energy powders get me through everything from editing to commentary to driving, graphic design, whatever needs to be done. Dubby Energy gets me through it. You can check them out at dubby.gg. Use code RORSRPS on any purchase on the website to get 10% off your order. Thank you guys so much for checking them out. Check out their brand new hydration blend flavors, Grandma's Lemonade, and of course grapefruit citrus. These are brand new. They just got released. But nonetheless, thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. Be sure to come back tomorrow. Freestyle coming at you in 24 hours.